Today in English 12, you're going to learn how to format your Google Doc for your research paper using MLA formatting. MLA requires your font to be an easily readable font like Times New Roman, Arial, or Courier. We're going to stick to Times New Roman. Your font has to be size 12 and your entire paper should be double-spaced. To adjust your font, click on fonts here, and mine is already set to Times New Roman, but if not, go ahead and scroll through the fonts and they're in A to Z order. Click Times New Roman, make sure you're size 12, and here's the spacing. We're going to go, it's probably standard to single, and you're going to hit double. Your page margins should be 1 inch on all 4 sides, and indentation should be ½ inch at the start of paragraphs. To set your margins to 1 inch, go to File and Page Setup. You can see mine are currently set to ½ inch. So I'm going to change those to 1 on all 4 sides and hit OK. If you want to hit Set as Default, it'll make sure that every time you open a doc, it's already set to 1. And there has to be page numbers in the top right corner of all the pages of the document. And along with the page number should also be your last name. Okay, so in order to put page number headers, I'm going to go to Insert, and we're going to come down here. It says Header and Page Number. You're not going to choose Header. You're actually going to go with Page Number and then choose this one here to put the number in the top right corner. Your cursor is going to be to the right of the number, so you're going to move it to the left, and you're going to type your last name, hit space, and you're there. Another header goes in the top left corner of the paper, and that header includes your name, your teacher or professor's name, the course name, and then the date. So again, you're going to have your full name, your teacher or professor's name, the class, and then the date. The date is going to be formatted with the day, the month, and then the year, just like that. So now you're ready for a title. We're just going to look at level 1 titles, which are kind of the main title. They should be centered on the page and Times New Roman size 12, just like the rest of the paper. They should not be bolded, no larger font, special formatting, etc. All of the words should be capitalized except for prepositions, conjunctions, and articles, unless it's the first word. So from here, you're going to space down and you're going to hit center. Notice I only spaced down once, so you don't do the extra space. And I'm going to come up with a creative title here. All right, and there we go. So when I hit enter again, I'm going to go back to left justified. I'm going to tab over, and here is where I will start my first paragraph. And finally, for your works cited page, it should be on its own page at the very end of the document. The font is exactly the same as the paper, still Times New Roman, size 12, and double-spaced. The source entries should be in alphabetical order from A to Z. Finally, one of the most difficult parts of this is that if the sources go onto a second or third or even fourth or fifth lines, they need a hanging indent. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so I want to insert my works cited page. The best thing to do is go to Insert, Break, and Page Break. And what that's going to do is as you type your paper, your works cited page will consistently move to its own page. So first, we have to have the words works cited as the title in the center. We're going to space down and go back to left justified. And here is where we're going to put our source. So I have this news article, and I'm going to quickly get this formatted here. Okay, so now that that's done, notice how it goes on to multiple lines. So to fix that, this is what we call the hanging indent. I'm going to select all of this and see these blue arrows here. If you don't have that, you need to go to View and hit Show Ruler. All right, so I'm going to go back to these blue things. I'm going to put my cursor on the triangle at the bottom, and I'm going to slide it over to ½ an inch. You can see it says 0.5. All right, now I'm going to put my cursor slightly up on the bar at the top, And I'm going to drag that back to where it says 0.00. And there we go. That's how you do a hanging indent. So there's the basic overview of MLA formatting. If you still have questions or you want to look more into it, the Modern Language Association has a website. And if you go to the MLA style, there's tons of practices. There's a frequently asked questions section and more. One of my favorite sites is the OWL Purdue website. This also has a whole menu full of information on MLA.